Hi, it's your social marketing scientist. So I help you to get the very most from your social media marketing. Oh, hi, you look great. Nice to see you here. So I help you get the most from your social media marketing. Oh, I've got a great big shiny forehead. And also your Facebook ads. And I wanted to do a very quick Periscope today before everybody... Oh, hi, Reshab. Nice to see you. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Before everybody whizzes off for the bank holiday weekend, because often on a bank holiday we set to on those projects, don't we, that we've been meaning to do for ages. And I thought some of you might be off wanting to get some Facebook ads up for the first time, or working through some maybe that haven't worked so well for you, or figuring out how to do it. So I thought it might be worth sharing a few ideas on Facebook ads before you go off and do that. And I was prompted to do this Periscope because of a discussion I saw on Facebook this week from someone who's quite well known, who was thinking of running a load of Facebook ads to advertise an event. So they went onto Facebook and they said, has anyone bought anything off Facebook ads? Because they wanted to find out whether it would be a good idea or not for them to run Facebook ads for themselves to try and promote this event that they've got on. And I responded there with what I want to share with you today, only I'm going to give you a little bit more today, in that Facebook ads are not at the core of it about selling. And so the single most important thing we want to think about when we're setting up our Facebook ads is actually the impression we make on the people that we're showing the ad to. And the all-important thing there to think about is who we are targeting with our Facebook ad. So if you just think about it for a moment, if you've got a Facebook ad and you're showing it to a whole load of people who have never met you before in their lives, and the first thing you do in this Facebook ad is try and sell them something, what are they going to think of you? What's that all-important first impression of you going to be? It's going to be the equivalent of maybe you turning up at a networking meeting and addressing the whole room and saying, hey, come and buy from me. I've got something really great that you're going to want. Come and find out how much it is. Let me give you a special offer. And what sort of taste does that leave in your mouth? Not a good one. So I'd really like you to think here about who you're targeting with your Facebook ad and what impression you are going to make on those people when they see your Facebook ad, when they meet you, maybe for the first time. Now, the brilliant thing about running a Facebook ad is that Facebook allows us to put together a custom audience. And this is an audience of people who are maybe already on your email database or who have already visited your website. So, of course, if we run an ad to these people, then they will already have met us, even if it's only in a small way, because they've jumped onto our email list already or they've come to visit our website. So a Facebook ad to these people can be entirely different from a Facebook ad that we set up to a cold audience. And this is really the key to remember. Before you go out there and think all about copy and images and split testing this and getting the minutiae right of that, what we really need to think about is who we're going to target and what impression we want to make on them. I don't know if anyone's got any questions about this so far, but please ping them over if you want to. Or you can throw questions to me at Julia Bramble on Twitter. That would be great. I'm very happy to answer those for you. Plane going overhead just to help everything along a little bit. So if we think about it, people are on Facebook because they are largely being social, or they're on there to catch up with the news or play a game, or maybe go into a group to have some interaction in a group. They're not there because they've searched you out or they've searched your product or service out and they're looking to buy from you. People, when they're on Facebook, when they are on Facebook, Twitter or anywhere else, are usually well within their comfort zone. They're sat there enjoying life. They're generally in a relaxed state. our Facebook ad, if it wants them to take action, if we want to get them taking action because of it, our Facebook ad needs to nudge them out of their comfort zone. But the key word here is nudge. They're not going to leap out of their comfort zone, suddenly find their wallet, open it up and give you all its contents when they've never met you before as a base of after they've seen your Facebook ad for the very first time. That's just not going to happen. What we can do, therefore, is think about a way that we can attract their attention, get them to know us a little bit, get them to maybe find out about who we are, get them to trust us a little bit, and then we can give them something that takes them along the next step of that path to being a customer with us. If you think about it, a Facebook ad really is quite similar to a marketing flyer. And I use this as my rule of thumb really when I'm thinking about a client or whether or not Facebook ads can sell them something straight off, and usually they can't. So if you think about your Facebook ad as a marketing flyer, if someone would buy your product or your service straight off the back of seeing a marketing flyer for the first time, then a Facebook ad might work for you. But the chances are that no one would buy your stuff after just seeing a marketing flyer advertising your business for the very first time. The chances are that they would need to see maybe a marketing flyer and have met you or heard about you or had a recommendation from a friend. We know from lots of studies that have taken place and the blogs that people write when they've researched into this, that for someone to buy from an expert, for example, they need to have experienced 7 hours of that expert before they buy into them. And a Facebook ad certainly doesn't equate to 7 hours of experiencing anything. Even if we think about the B2C world, then we know that someone might need 7 to 13 different touches before they actually buy from us. So why do we still think that if we set up a Facebook ad that's just going to sell a product or a service or an event, that people are, because of this Facebook ad, just going to jump on and buy? A Facebook ad is just another form of marketing or advertising. And we already know how that works. Just because it's a different form of doing it, a different way of doing it, doesn't mean that it's going to work any different in terms of a strategy than the marketing channels and funnels that we're already used to. If someone's sitting there on the sofa, say, watching the telly at the end of the day, or they just happen to have hopped onto Facebook for 10 minutes in their lunch break, we need to nudge them out of that little comfort zone in order to get them to take action with us. And the action we're going to ask them to take with us cannot be something huge, because they simply won't respond. When someone hasn't met us before, they are not likely, unless there's a very, very compelling reason, to buy from us. They are not likely, unless there's a very compelling reason, to attend an event that we put on, even if it's free, because an event involves an investment of time, effort and energy from us. And if we are doing that, we want to be doing that with someone that we know, like and trust, and know we're going to get a lot of value from. And that can be an offline event or an online event, such as a webinar. People are getting increasingly immune to jumping onto webinars, say for half an hour or an hour online, giving up that time and finding that half of that webinar might actually be a sales pitch and very little of value is given. So very often we can struggle from a Facebook ad, even leading people to a webinar. We really need to think about the mindset of the people we're approaching and what might be an appropriate offer to make to them based on how much they already know, like and trust us. So maybe the first step we should be asking people to take, the first baby step we should be asking people to take as a result of our Facebook ad, should be to hop across to our website and read a blog that we've written. This is a brilliant first step in any Facebook ad strategy. because it does lots of things for us all at once. First off, if someone has a look at our blog and reads it, it helps to position us in their mind. They already get a good idea then of where we're coming from, what we're about, and what value we offer. Perfect. And even those who don't hop across and read our blog, but just see the Facebook ad in their newsfeed, will see us associated with the title of the blog and the few words underneath and the image, and already we've planted a little seed in their mind. Already that could be one of the 7 to 13 touches that that person might need before they might know, like, and trust us enough to buy from us. Thirdly, and one of the huge plus points for sending people across to a blog as the first action we get them to do from a Facebook ad, is what we're doing then is we are helping Facebook to put together for us a custom audience. So when you go into your Facebook Ads Manager and you go into the Tools part at the top of the page there, you can create a website custom audience by putting a little pixel or a piece of code onto every page of your website, and you can ask Facebook to collect the data of everybody who visits your website. So if you set up a Facebook ad that encourages people to come across and read your blog, you are positioning yourself. You are giving value as the first step in that relationship, and you are also starting to build a huge asset, which is your Facebook custom audience. Then once you've got that audience in place, you can then share and add to that audience that maybe encourages them to invest a little more time and effort and energy in getting to know you. Even then, a sale, unless it's a complete no-brainer offer, might not be the right thing to offer that audience. But, for example, coming to a webinar might be, or attending a free offline event might be a suitable next step. So please, 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 before you dash into setting up Facebook ads, decide you're just going to go straight for the sale and then come away again and say, oh, that didn't work. I burnt through a whole ton of money. I didn't get any sales. Facebook ads don't work. Just think about actually who you're targeting, how much they already might know, like, and trust you, and whether you are giving them an appropriate offer based on that. Work through your strategy first of all. That's the number one most important thing to be successful with Facebook ads. I really hope that those tips have helped you, and if you're setting up Facebook ads for the first time this weekend or anytime soon, that you get some brilliant success with them. If you'd like to know anything more about setting up Facebook ads, any tips and tricks, if you've got questions to ping across, then please do just shoot me a question at Twitter. I'm at Julia Bramble, and I'd be very happy to answer them. It's been lovely to speak to you today. Thanks very much. Bye for now.